Awaken the dormant fire. Revolutionize your love life with new discoveries. Have you ever felt that routine is slowly extinguishing the flame of passion that once burned brightly in your relationship? The truth is, many couples, after being together for a while, find themselves drifting into a sea of monotony, where each day feels like a replica of the last. But imagine if you could rekindle that flame, bring back the excitement of those first dates, and strengthen your bond in ways you never thought possible. The key to transforming this reality is in your hands and involves exploring new realms of intimacy. Embracing this journey not just as a possibility, but as an urgent need, could be a turning point in your relationship. Ignoring opportunities to renew and revitalize intimacy can lead to painful distance. Without action, the bond that once united you may begin to fray, leaving an emptiness that is difficult to fill. So, allow yourself to embark on an adventure of discoveries and rediscoveries, where each new experience promises not only to bring back the lost warmth, but also to create a space of trust and closeness stronger than ever. Remember, fear of the unknown should not be a barrier, but a driving force to revitalize and innovate. After all, what's at stake is the happiness and fulfillment of your shared life. Understanding feminine pleasure is a true art that, once mastered, has the power to profoundly transform a couple's intimate life. Imagine it's like learning to dance to a new song with someone. At first, it may be a bit challenging to catch the rhythm and steps, but with patience and practice, the dance flows better and everything feels more harmonious and connected. This skill goes far beyond simply knowing where to touch. It involves understanding and feeling together with your partner, sensing her reactions, and adapting accordingly. It's like cooking for someone special. It's not enough to follow the recipe. You need to adjust the seasoning to the taste of the person you're serving. Deepening emotional and physical connections is a wonderful outcome of this learning process. When a couple connects at this level, they become closer, more in tune. It's like building a bridge between two hearts, where each can safely cross to the other side, knowing they will be welcomed and valued. Therefore, mastering feminine pleasure not only enriches the relationship, but transforms it. It turns each intimate moment into an opportunity to strengthen bonds and create a space of love and mutual respect. It's an investment well worth making, as the benefits reflect in a happier, more fulfilling relationship. Creating intimacy is much more than simply being physically close to each other. It's like putting together a puzzle, where each piece is a moment, a touch, a look, or a shared word. Each gesture counts and helps to build the complete picture of a true, deep connection. Here, communication plays an essential role. It tells us where each piece fits, what works or doesn't in creating that picture. Understanding your partner's preferences is part of this communication. This might mean learning which areas are most sensitive to touch, like the neck, which for many is a key point of sensitivity. Knowing where and how to touch can completely transform the experience for both. It's similar to knowing someone's favorite song and playing just those notes that you know will awaken the best feelings. Finally, as we build this intimacy, it's as if we're weaving a web of moments and sensations that go beyond the physical. We establish an open channel of dialogue where each one can express their desires and limits without fear of being judged. This creates an environment of mutual respect where both feel safe and valued. After all, true intimacy between partners is a safe haven, a place where both can truly be themselves. Recognizing that each woman is unique in her response to stimulation is a crucial step for full and respectful intimacy. Just like everyone has their favorite dish or color, each woman has her own zones of sensitivity and preferred ways to be touched. This includes the famous G-spot, which, contrary to what many think, is not always in the same place for all women. The location and intensity of response to this point can vary tremendously. This variation means that exploring and discovering your partner's body is a journey that must be done with care and attention. It's like trying to discover a hidden treasure without an exact map. Each clue and each detail can lead to valuable discoveries. Listening and observing her reactions during intimate moments can reveal a lot about what is pleasurable and what is not. Therefore, the key to a satisfying and enriching relationship lies in communication and experimentation. Approaching intimacy with an open mind and a willingness to learn about the peculiarities of your partner can completely transform the experience for both. Thus, both partners can feel more connected and satisfied, knowing that their needs and desires are understood and valued. Did you know that over 97% of women consider neck touch to be something special and even essential to increase intimacy? Indeed, the neck is a super sensitive area and, for the vast majority, one of the most pleasurable points to touch. Imagine a light feather touching the skin, causing chills and awakening pleasant sensations. That's how many women describe the feeling of being touched in this delicate region. Furthermore, although it is a smaller number, about 1% of women say they reach climax solely with nipple stimulation. This data is fascinating because it highlights how each woman is unique in her areas of pleasure. For this small group, nipples are like magic buttons that, when pressed the right way, can lead to intense and deeply satisfying experiences. This panorama shows the incredible diversity of female erogenous zones. Each woman's body is a unique map of hidden treasures waiting to be explored, and what works for one may not be the same for another. It's like having various keys and locks. Each combination is unique and opens doors to different forms of pleasure. Therefore, understanding and respecting this diversity is fundamental for a rich and gratifying intimate life. The key to fully discovering and enjoying these zones involves exploring carefully, communicating openly, and being attentive to your partner's reactions. This not only improves the couple's connection, but also enriches the mutual experience, making each moment of intimacy a new and exciting discovery. Oral intimacy is a highly valued aspect of relationships, but it's important to understand that there isn't a one-size-fits-all recipe. Each woman has her preferences and sensitivities that can vary widely. Imagine it's like preparing a coffee. While some prefer it strong and bitter, others like it milder and with sugar. The secret is to adjust the ingredients to suit the taste of the person who will savor it. To discover the best way to provide pleasure through oral intimacy, communication becomes an indispensable tool. It is through dialogue that one can learn directly from the partner which caresses please her most and which should be avoided. This process is like tuning a musical instrument until you find the perfect melody that resonates well with the listener's ears. Therefore, asking and listening attentively to the answers are essential practices. As you explore this form of intimacy, each gesture and each reaction can provide valuable clues. It's a constant learning process, where each encounter can reveal new ways to touch and connect, always respecting her limits and desires. In summary, treating oral intimacy with the attention it deserves means embarking on a journey of mutual discovery. Approaching it with sensitivity, patience, and a willingness to learn makes all the difference. Thus, both partners can feel more connected and satisfied, making each shared moment a unique and enriching experience. It's interesting to know that only 18% of women achieve climax exclusively through penetration. This data shows us how varied the path to female pleasure is. Think of it as a trip to a wonderful destination, but for many, it's not completed just by following the most direct route. For the majority, the journey involves alternative paths and even strategic stops. On this journey to pleasure, many women prefer more superficial penetrations. This happens because these penetrations tend to stimulate the G-spot more effectively, a highly sensitive area located at the front part of the vagina. It's like adjusting the focus of a lens. When you get it exactly right, the image becomes clear and everything makes more sense. Therefore, understanding and respecting these preferences is crucial for a satisfying intimate life. Approaching intimacy with curiosity and care, exploring what really works for the partner, transforms the experience into something much more rewarding for both. Each discovery can open doors to new levels of connection and pleasure, strengthening the bond and enriching the relationship. Stable relationships provide a solid foundation not only for everyday life, but also for intimacy between partners. Compared to casual encounters, where interactions are often brief and superficial, a long-term relationship allows both people to get to know each other deeply. This creates an environment of trust and security, where each feels free to express desires and vulnerabilities. It's like having a safe harbor, a place where both can truly be themselves, without masks or reservations. In this context, intimacy tends to be richer and more fulfilling. Over time, the couple learns what pleases each other, exploring and deepening physical and emotional connections. This mutual knowledge enriches each encounter, making them more meaningful. It's like cooking for someone you love. The more you know their tastes, the better and more personalized the meal will be. Additionally, gestures of affection after intimate moments are essential for strengthening this bond even further. A hug, a gentle kiss, or simply holding hands can convey love and appreciation, showing that the connection goes beyond the physical. These small gestures are like the kind words we use to nurture the relationship daily, solidifying intimacy and commitment. These post-intimacy practices are a way of saying, "I value you," in a profound way. They reaffirm mutual commitment and care within the relationship, elements less likely in more casual connections. Over time, these gestures build an additional layer of trust and respect that is fundamental to any lasting relationship. Therefore, valuing the moments after intimacy is just as important as the intimacy itself. It's about taking every opportunity to reinforce love and closeness. This not only increases satisfaction within the relationship, but also strengthens the emotional bond, making both partners feel more loved and connected. Self-acceptance and acceptance of each other's bodies are key elements for building a healthy, trusting relationship. Imagine how good it feels to be comfortable in your own skin while also making your partner feel equally accepted and valued. This exchange of acceptance not only strengthens your bond, but also creates an environment where both can grow and flourish. When you accept your own body, you learn to appreciate yourself as you are, without being bound by unrealistic standards often imposed by society. This isn't just about feeling good about your physical appearance. It's also about respecting and caring for your body, recognizing its qualities, and accepting its imperfections. It's an ongoing journey of self-knowledge and self-love. At the same time, accepting your partner's body involves respecting their unique characteristics and understanding that true beauty lies in each person's individuality. This means valuing your partner as they are, without trying to shape them to an idealized version. Every mark, every line tells a story and contributes to the identity of who they are. This mutual acceptance builds trust, because when there's no judgment, the relationship becomes a safe space for both to be authentic. It eliminates many insecurities that can arise when people feel pressure to meet external expectations, allowing the relationship to thrive in an environment of honesty and support. Moreover, an atmosphere of mutual acceptance encourages open communication about desires, expectations, and boundaries, which is essential for maintaining a healthy relationship. Communicating clearly and without fear of judgment strengthens the connection and understanding between partners, helping them navigate life's challenges together. Thus, practicing self-acceptance and acceptance of your partner isn't just beneficial for the dynamics of the relationship, it also contributes to both partners' emotional well-being. Encouraging and supporting each other in this journey of acceptance is one of the profound forms of love and care you can offer one another, solidifying a bond of respect, admiration, and mutual understanding. During menopause, a woman's body undergoes several transformations due to hormonal changes that occur in this stage. These changes can directly influence how she experiences intimacy, affecting her sensations and even her sexual interest. It's a natural stage of life, like the transition from one season to another, and each woman experiences it uniquely. These hormonal changes can lead some women to feel physical discomfort, mood changes, and even a new perception of their sexuality. For instance, decreased estrogen levels can lead to vaginal dryness, which can make sexual relations uncomfortable without proper attention and care. For this reason, it's essential to have open and honest communication between partners about these experiences. Opening up this dialogue helps both to understand that these changes are normal and to seek solutions together, such as using lubricants or adapting sexual practices to what is most comfortable for her. Additionally, discussing these changes helps to strengthen the relationship by creating an atmosphere of support and understanding. When a couple can talk openly about any topic, including the challenges of menopause, they become more united and prepared to face other adversities that may arise. This is also an opportunity to explore new forms of intimacy that go beyond sexual acts, involving affection, touch, caresses, and other ways of emotional connection. Intimacy can be rediscovered and redefined during this time, opening doors to perhaps even deeper and more meaningful experiences. Keeping an open dialogue about the changes of menopause is also a way to educate and demystify what happens in this phase. This is important so that the woman does not feel isolated or that her experiences are abnormal. Additionally, it can bring her closer to other women going through the same process, creating a supportive network. Finally, understanding and talking about menopause is essential for both partners to maintain a healthy and satisfying intimate life. Adjusting to these changes with empathy and knowledge can transform a potentially challenging period into a phase of renewal and mutual discovery within the relationship. Exploring fantasies and introducing variety in intimacy is like opening a treasure map in a relationship, where each new path can lead to exciting discoveries and rekindle the bond between the couple. This journey not only brings novelty to the relationship, but also strengthens the emotional connection, as each shared experience becomes a new story you both write together. When a couple ventures into trying new fantasies, they are, in fact, communicating in a very profound way. It's an opportunity to express hidden desires and explore areas of mutual interest that often remain unspoken in daily life. This exchange is invaluable, as it makes each person feel heard and valued, which is crucial for the emotional health of any relationship. Adding variety to intimate practices also means stepping out of the routine, which can sometimes make a relationship feel monotonous. By introducing new ways to connect physically, the couple can rediscover a passion that may have been dormant. This is like rearranging the furniture in your home. The space is the same, but the feeling of novelty brings a fresh energy. Revitalizing passion is crucial for keeping the flame alive. Just as a plant needs water and sunlight to grow, love requires care and novelty to avoid stagnation. Exploring new practices in intimacy can serve as that essential nutrient that revitalizes and strengthens the relationship, keeping both partners engaged and fulfilled. This process of mutual exploration also helps create a safe space where both feel comfortable being vulnerable. This is essential because vulnerability allows each person to reveal their true emotions and desires without fear of judgment, which can deepen intimacy and commitment. Moreover, by innovating in intimacy, the couple can learn more about themselves and each other. Each new practice may reveal tastes and preferences that were previously unknown, opening doors to a deeper understanding. This mutual knowledge is one of the pillars of a lasting and happy relationship. Keeping the passion alive through the exploration of fantasies and new practices also demonstrates a commitment to the ongoing growth of the relationship. It shows that both partners are willing to invest time and energy to keep the relationship healthy, dynamic, and exciting, a powerful aphrodisiac in itself. Thus, exploring fantasies and varying intimacy practices is not only a way to bring excitement to the relationship, but also an essential strategy for cultivating long-term love, respect, and mutual admiration. By keeping the passion renewed, the couple ensures their relationship remains vibrant and pleasurable, facing life's challenges together and celebrating its joys. And so, we come to the end of another video filled with tips and reflections that I hope have inspired you to look at your relationship in a new light. It's essential to understand that routine can be a silent threat to the passion and bond you and your partner have built with such care. Therefore, the importance of staying vigilant and proactive cannot be underestimated. Adventure and discovery should remain part of your journey together, so that you can always rekindle that flame that makes everything more vibrant and colorful. Keeping the relationship dynamic and exciting requires a continuous commitment to innovation and open dialogue. That's why each intimate moment, each heartfelt conversation, and each new shared experience are so precious. They are the true essence that keeps the relationship not only alive, but also passionate and deeply fulfilling. I encourage you not to be a passive spectator on this journey. Getting actively involved, Whether by trying new forms of intimacy or simply rediscovering old passions together is what will create lasting memories and an unbreakable bond. Don't put off the opportunity to explore and deepen your relationship. After all, each day is a new chance to make everything more special. Before we say goodbye, I'd like to remind you of something very important. We're here to support you on this journey. So, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and keep following our content. Together, we can discover even more ways to keep the flame of passion alive and ensure that love, in all its forms, is always celebrated. Thank you for being with us today. I hope you continue following us and that each video serves as another building block in the construction of your happiness together. See you in the next video, where we'll bring even more insights and ideas to enrich your love life. Take care of yourself and of those you love. See you soon.